9 out of 10 drivers on the road today have never once checked their own engine oil between changes. They've never pulled the dipstick to glance at the level or the color, not a single time. They just drive and trust that somebody else is watching. That one lost habit is the #1 reason good engines die long before their time. I've spent more than 20 years taking apart engines that had no business being dead, and almost every one of them starved slowly over months while the owner never had the faintest idea. Here's the part that should stop you cold. There's a real chance your engine is running low on oil right now, today, and there will be no warning light until the damage is already done. But there's a 2-minute habit, completely free, done once every couple of weeks, that catches it every single time and can keep a healthy engine running for decades. Almost nobody does it anymore. By the end of this, here's what's actually happening inside your engine between oil changes. The oil doesn't just sit there waiting for its next service. It's constantly burning off in tiny amounts, seeping past worn seals, and on a lot of higher mileage engines, quietly disappearing a little faster every month. Your engine could be using a quart every 1,000 miles, and you would never feel a thing. There's no gauge on your dash for oil level, only a light for oil pressure. And by the time that light glows, you're usually minutes from catastrophic damage, not weeks. And the reason you'd never notice is that oil tends to leave without a trace. A worn engine burns it off so gradually there's rarely any smoke to see, and a slow leak often lands on the hot exhaust and evaporates before a single drop ever reaches your driveway. The level just creeps lower, week after week, in complete silence. Oil is the only thing keeping metal from grinding against metal in there. The bearings, the camshaft, the cylinder walls all ride on a film of oil thinner than a human hair. Let the level fall too far, and that film breaks down. The parts begin to touch, and the heat climbs fast. Some engines are far thirstier than others. Higher mileage engines, certain models with a known reputation for burning oil, and a lot of modern turbocharged engines that run hot will all use it faster than you'd expect. If yours is any of those, checking every couple of weeks isn't being cautious. It's simply necessary. This is the slow death that almost no engine walks away from, and the cruelest part is how silent it is. The engine sounds completely normal right up until the moment it doesn't. Here's what the quick lube and the dealer will never volunteer, because it doesn't earn them a dime. Your oil change interval was never meant to be the only time anyone looks at your oil. That sticker in your windshield tells you to come back in 5 or 10,000 miles, but a great deal can go wrong in those months. A developing leak, climbing oil consumption, a bad gasket, even a shop that simply forgot to fill it back up properly. The interval quietly assumes nothing changes in between. Things change in between all the time. A long highway trip that works the engine hard for hours, a gasket that's only just started to weep, the hot months of summer when oil burns off quicker, a recent oil change where someone underfilled it. None of those announce themselves. They show up in exactly one place, and that's on the dipstick. So let me put this straight to you. When is the last time you, personally, pulled your dipstick and actually looked at it, not had it done, did it yourself, with your own 2 hands? If you honestly can't remember, then right now you have no idea how much oil is actually protecting your engine, and neither does anybody else. That blind spot is exactly where good engines go to die. And what those quiet months of running low do to the inside of an engine is something I wish every driver could see just once. Because once you've looked inside one that ran itself dry, you never skip the check again. Let me tell you what running low actually does, because the word damage doesn't begin to capture it. When the oil level drops too far, the pump starts pulling in air along with what little is left. That air-laced oil can't hold pressure, and the first parts to starve are the bearings, the smooth shells your crankshaft spins on, riding on nothing but that thin, pressurized film. Lose the film, and the crank begins touching bare metal at thousands of RPM. Within seconds, the bearings overheat, the surfaces gall and weld and tear, and a shell that was once mirror smooth turns blue and gouged. That's a spun bearing, and it almost always means the engine is finished. And the danger doesn't climb in a straight line. A single quart low, the engine barely notices. But as the level keeps falling, the oil that's left runs hotter, dirtier, and thinner, until that final stretch goes from fine to destroyed shockingly fast. That's exactly why catching it early, while it's only a little low, is the whole game. I watch the proof of this play out constantly. 2 of the same Toyota Camry came across my lifts within a year of each other. Same engine, same era. The first owner checked the oil every couple of weeks and topped it off the instant it dipped. That Camry sailed past 230,000 miles, still running smooth and quiet. The second owner never once looked. By the time the oil light so much as flickered, a rod bearing had already spun. We dropped the pan and found that fine metallic glitter in the oil that tells you the entire bottom end is gone. Same car, same engine, the same mileage on paper. One had decades left in it, the other was riding a flatbed to the auction. The only real difference between those two engines was 2 minutes, once every couple of weeks. Here's where it gets personal and expensive. A college student in Toledo bought a used Honda Civic to get himself to class and his job. A good, dependable car with plenty of life left in it. Nobody had ever shown him that an engine quietly drinks oil between changes, so it simply never crossed his mind to look. Over one busy semester, that Civic slowly burned and seeped its way down to almost nothing in the pan. He drove it exactly the way he always had, felt nothing wrong at all, right up until one morning on the highway when it knocked hard twice and then went silent for good. The engine had ground itself apart from the inside for lack of oil. The cheapest repair any shop would even touch was a replacement engine, and the bill landed at $6,240, more than the young man had paid for the entire car. Every dollar of that to sidestep a job that takes 2 minutes and a $7 quart of oil. He didn't lose that engine to bad luck or hard miles. He lost it to a habit nobody had ever bothered to teach him. Quick reminder before I show you exactly how to do this yourself. If this is the kind of thing you wish someone had told you years ago, take a second and hit that subscribe button. It's how these videos keep finding people before it's too late for their engine. Because here's the good news waiting on the other side of all that. The habit that prevents every bit of what you just saw is almost laughably simple, and it takes less time than sitting through a single red light. Here is the entire habit, start to finish, and it really is this simple. Park on level ground and switch the engine off. If you've just been driving, give it 2 or 3 minutes for the oil to settle back down into the pan. Otherwise, you'll read it low and worry over nothing. Whatever timing you settle on, check it the same way every time so your readings actually mean something. Pop the hood and find the dipstick. On most engines, it's a bright loop of a handle, often yellow or orange, standing up out of the block. Pull it all the way out, wipe it clean with a rag or a paper towel, slide it fully back in, then pull it out one more time. That second pull is your real reading. The first is smeared from sloshing around in there. Look at where the oil film ends on the tip. There are 2 marks down there, a low and a full, and your level should sit comfortably between them. If it's at or below that lower mark, your engine is already running low and needs attention today. And if you ever find it alarmingly low, right at or under that bottom mark, don't drive it any farther than you absolutely have to. Add oil first, even if that means walking to a parts store for a quart before you go anywhere. A few miles on a dangerously low engine can undo years of careful ownership in a single afternoon. While it's in your hand, actually look at the oil. Healthy oil runs a clear amber to light brown. Jet black and gritty means you're overdue for a change. And if it ever looks milky or foamy, like coffee with too much cream stirred in, stop right there and get it checked. That's coolant getting in where it never should, and an early warning of something serious. If you're low, add the correct oil for your car in small amounts. Never dump in a full quart blind and hope. On most engines, a single quart is the whole distance from the low mark to the full mark. So go half a quart at a time and recheck. Overfilling is its own problem because too much oil gets whipped into foam by the spinning crankshaft, and foam protects nothing. Some newer cars have done away with the dipstick entirely and read the level through a menu on the dash instead. If that's your car, the habit is identical. You're just pulling up the oil level screen every couple of weeks instead of a stick, and your owner's manual shows you where to find it. When you're done, take 10 seconds to glance under the car at your parking spot for any fresh drips. A spreading dark stain is your earliest warning of a leak, long before the level ever gets dangerous. That's the whole thing. 2 minutes every couple of weeks, and an easy way to remember it is to do it every other time you fill the tank. Drop a comment below and be honest with me. Do you even know where your dipstick is and what oil your car actually takes? If the answer is no, that isn't a failing on your part. It's simply the one thing nobody ever showed you, and today is the day that changes. Keep a single quart of the correct oil in your trunk and a rag in the glove box, and you are fully equipped to protect your engine for as long as you own the car. That small bit of preparation is the entire difference between a minor top-off and the kind of repair that ends cars. And when you set what that repair costs beside what this habit costs, the comparison stops being close and starts being almost absurd. Let's put honest numbers on both sides. This habit costs you nothing. 2 minutes of your time and a quart of oil already riding in your trunk. There is no cheaper protection for anything you own. Now look at the other side of the ledger. The engine is the single most expensive system in your car to repair or replace, and Consumer Reports has long ranked major engine trouble among the most punishing repair bills an owner can ever face. When an engine dies from oil starvation, there is rarely a small fix waiting. A replacement or rebuild routinely climbs past $5,180. And on a lot of cars, that's simply more than the vehicle is worth, which sends an otherwise good car to the scrapyard years early. Even an engine that drinks a quart every couple of weeks costs you only a few dollars a month to keep topped off. And those few dollars are exactly what keep that catastrophic bill from ever showing up. It's worth saying what this is not. It is not one of those bottles of miracle additive at the parts counter promising to restore your engine. Those treat a symptom and ignore the cause. The level is the cause, and no additive on a shelf can watch it for you. And here's the part that should land hardest of all. Almost none of those dead engines had to die. They weren't worn out at the end of a long, full life. They were healthy engines with years left in them, killed by a level nobody was watching. You will never get a real warning. No light, no sound, and no second chance once a bearing has spun. The only protection that exists is the kind that happens before anything goes wrong. The 2 minutes you spend looking. There's a quieter payoff too. The car that gets that 2-minute check is the one that crosses 200,000 miles still strong and still starts every morning. The one you never have to replace before it's time. That isn't luck. That's a habit doing its job in the background year after year. So let's bring this all the way home. Your engine doesn't need a mechanic, a miracle additive, or a small fortune to last you virtually forever. It needs 2 minutes of your attention once every couple of weeks. The dipstick, the level, the color, and a quick glance underneath. Here's my challenge to you, and I mean today, not someday. Before you drive that car again, go out, pop the hood, and pull your dipstick. Just see where you stand. If you've been running low this whole time and never knew it, you may have just saved your engine's life in the next 5 minutes. And once you're in the habit of checking that oil, you'll want to know what it's quietly trying to tell you. I made a video on how to read the color and condition of your oil. What's perfectly normal, what's an early warning, and what means stop driving right now. It's the one on your screen. Tap it and I'll see you there.